What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, JB, and I'm here today with a review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 8, and it's titled Serving Up Betrayals. You guys, this was a good-ass episode, especially at the end. Let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? All right, you guys, and then maybe I'm probably gonna put these two first. Wendy, let's talk about Wendy. So we see Wendy, she and her husband Eddie, they took their son Cruz to a karate class. He said it was Power Ranger training. He's a little guy after my own heart because I love the Power Rangers. Um, so she and Eddie, they are getting caught up on their day. I guess Eddie might have been on paternity leave when she was on maternity leave as well, and he's just getting back to work. And he's talking about how it's just different being away from the kids during the day. I don't understand that, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it can be a little tricky being away from your kids for the first time after being with them for so long. So her maternity leave is about up. Actually, it's up, but she just said she just hasn't sent the email letting them know that she's back and ready to go to work. And we also hear her say that, when it comes down to her teaching at Johns Hopkins, this is just not something that, she really wants to do. I think she did this because she felt like she owed her mom. I mean, I know your mama probably sacrificed so much for you. Ooh, shit, excuse me, y'all. I know she probably sacrificed a lot for you, Wendy. I get that. But at a certain point in time, you gotta tell your mama, thank you for all the sacrifices that you made for me to go to school and do this. But at this point in my life, it's just not in me to be a professor. This is not ideal for me. What's ideal for me is being over here at CNN, Fox News, wherever else she does her, her political commentation, commentating. That is just say it like that. Like, this is more of this is more of who I am. That is not for me. Teaching something that I don't give a fuck about. And I'm not saying that she doesn't give a fuck about it, but just saying teaching something that I don't really connect to like that, it ain't for me. And I gotta live my life. So let's move on. And then Robin. Yeah, this one much with her either. So Robin, she went up to her parents' house. We found out her mother was a professor. Her dad was something. I forgot which the first thing she said he was, but I know she said he was a jazz musician. And she's just talking to her parents. You guys, we know the story. Juan's parents died by the time he was 15, and her parents look at him as their son. She's telling them that they are thinking about getting another house, but before they get another house, they plan to get married. And she's talking to her parents about this, and her dad, he made a good point, which is something that I was definitely thinking about. Like, it's cool, it's cute for them to want to, finally say, hey, we've gotten our shit together, let's get back together. But you guys also might want to sit down with a counselor, talk about what went wrong in the relationship in the first place. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was all on Juan. Yes, he cheated, but there were probably other issues in their relationship that they need to probably work out before they decide that they want to get married once again. And Robin says, she agrees. And that is going to wrap it up for Robin. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So I'm going to start up with Candice. So we first start up with Candice. So Candice is in the studio and she is doing a remix to the song that she sang to Chris at their wedding. I did not remember this song. It wasn't that memorable to me, but she's doing a remix of it. Congratulations go out to her on that one. No shade, and I'm not being shady, so don't take it as, oh, you being shady. I'm not. Congratulations to her. Um, the one thing I will say about Candice is I think Candice is a much better singer than Ashley is. So I would actually listen to this song that Candice was singing more than I would listen. Like, if you put me in a room and you told me to listen to all the Housewives songs. If you gave me, actually, you know what? If you put me in a room and you said you got to listen to a Housewives song, at least you got to listen to two different Housewives from different franchises, who would you choose? Child, that would be a hell of a. Well, I would choose Eric and Jane from Beverly Hills. That's a that's an easy one, without a doubt. Eric and Jane is an easy one from Beverly Hills because I love her. Um, and unfortunately, I would have to go with Candice from Potomac because I think Ashley's song sucked. I wish people would tell Luann to stop singing. For the love of God, tell Luann to stop singing. I could never sit through Tardy for the Party ever again in my life, or anything from Kim Zolciak. I could never listen to anything Melissa Gorga. Just trash to me. Who else? Let me think of other housewives. Beverly Hills, New York, Atlanta, Potomac. I'm trying to think of some other housewives that sing. Not that I really give a fuck, but let's move on. So yeah, if I had to choose two, it would be Erica and Candice. Not a good choice, but I mean, hey, whatever. All right, you guys, and then let's move over to Ashley and Mr. Michael Darby. So, Ashley and Michael, so they go out to dinner. And she's telling us in the green screen in her interview, look, that she got a text message from both Robin and from Monique about this whole, gossip of the city post with Michael in his underwear. So she said that she did talk to Michael about it, and she didn't want to get into the whole argument in front of the baby, so they decided, hey, let's go out to dinner and figure and talk about it. But she said he did admit to doing it. I'm like, okay. Now here's where it got interesting. So Michael said yes, he did see the woman the women did come up to him and his boys at the bar, and she asked if he wanted to go back to the hotel room with her. He got into the cab with her. They were kissing, but then when they got back to the hotel room, he was so drunk that he laid down and went to sleep, and he didn't remember anything. And I'm like, Ashley, did you really believe that? Like, really, you believe in that? He got drunk and got in a hotel into a cab with the woman, remembers kissing her, but once he gets to the hotel room, he just blacks out and don't remember anything. Yeah, Ashley. Michael had sex with a woman or someone else. Like, that is bullshit. So then we also found out from Ashley that she and Michael had an arrangement, which I think a lot of people had already figured that out, that Michael and Ashley had an arrangement in their marriage. And the arrangement was, typically what happens is if he sees a girl that he's attracted to, or she sees one that she's attracted to, and they bring the girl back to the house, bring her back with them, and they have a threesome with her. I mean, no judgment there. If it worked for them, it worked for them. And who are we to judge? So no one can do it. The thing that did annoy me with Michael in this scene was the fact that he was pulling a Denise Richards, bravo, bravo, fucking bravo, like he wanted them to stop, filming. But I mean, you signed up to put your life on this show, so suck it up, Cookie. Suck it up, Buttercup. Like, suck it up. So then we also later in the episode see Ashley. So Ashley is out with her mom and her sister, and they're dress shopping for her sister for her name is Jessica, by the way, and they're shopping for her homecoming dress. So then, we see that Sheila and Ashley are talking about the situation with Michael. Sheila is telling Ashley that, this situation with Michael, she is pissed off. I would be too, girl. If I feel like my money train is about to dry up, I would be pissed off as well. So I'm not, going to sit here and be like, why is Sheila so mad? Her money train might be drying up, and then two, he's hurting her daughter, so she thinks. And then Ashley also says, well, Mom, I'm not afraid to leave. Is that true, Ashley? Are you not afraid to leave? Or you know what? I'm just not even going to say nothing. I'm not going to mention it. So let's move on. All right, you guys. Next, let's discuss Monique. So Monique, she has this office space for her not for lazy moms. I mean, congratulations to her for that. You know, because I actually before I came on camera, I saw her on Instagram. She's not she I you know I haven't saw if she went live or not. I'm pretty sure she has, but I haven't saw. I did see her. She posted her office space for not for lazy moms. Shout out to her for that one. That's a she's doing something for herself. So I don't knock people who doing something for themselves, a hustle. Now we also find out that she is doing this live podcast where she's having Karen and Ray come, and Candice and Chris are coming, and they're talking about after the honeymoon period. Now I did, she was talking about the fact that Candice and Chris, they have not been on their honeymoon yet, and they were talking about the ticket sales. I think it was like what 300 tickets and only 20 have sold. That's not good. I don't know if it's the price point. I don't know if it's her marketing team. I don't know what the fuck it is, but the fact that only maybe she should have started out in a smaller. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a small venue, but maybe you should start out small and then because I don't know anything about live podcasts, so I can't really say. But maybe you should start off in like an intimate setting, have maybe a few bloggers around or whoever, have a few people around, and then, once you see that people like, hey, people are actually interested in this, then add more dates, add more seats. But the fact that only 20 have sold out of 300, you ain't gonna get your money back. Like, you gonna be in the hole. The hole. The hole. The hole. So we also see Monique, she and Chris. They are out for a walk, and she's telling Chris about these terrible ass ticket sales. Chris tells her she might wants to cut back. I was thinking the same thing. Like, cut back, go smaller, do something. But she doesn't want to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, but why not? I mean, if you see the ticket sales are not selling, you got to make you got to make a big decision and be like, do I want to continue with this, or do I want to change some things around? Like, something is not working. I can't tell you what it is, but obviously something wasn't working. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's your marketing that's not working. I don't know if it's the venue that's not, I don't know what the hell it is. It could be a combination of things, like I said. It could be the marketing, and it could also be, sometimes it's not always the marketing that's the issue. Sometimes it could literally be the venue that you pick. Like like here in Dallas, where I live, like there are certain places that I just won't travel to because it's too far. Like I won't, like if there's a concert here and it's all the way over in Fort Worth or Arlington, I'm not driving all the way over there because that is too far from my apartment. I don't want to drive that far. So that also could be an issue. Location, like you always have to think about the location of places that you have things at. So yeah. So she's also talking about the fact that Candice dropped out of the podcast. Now I will agree with her on what she said about Candice. Candice told her via text message that she was dropping out. I will agree with her that that was unprofessional. Don't send me no fucking text message telling me that you're not gonna be a part of something. Like, be an adult, call me, say, well, actually, how do I feel about this? I do think it was unprofessional. I do agree with that. It could have been handled much differently than what it was. Yeah, it could have been handled better. Much better. But yeah, let's move on. All right, you guys, next, let's talk about Giselle. Giselle. So I think she's decorating her bedroom somewhere. So she's at a furniture store. I'm like, oh my god, why is she at a furniture store? I mean, we see what you wear on this show. We see how tacky your house looks. Why don't you just hire someone, an interior decorator, to design your house? You know what? Maybe Giselle don't have the coins. Who knows? So we see, so she's meeting up with Robin, and Robin is getting her caught up on what happened when she left the lake house with the whole situation between Monique and Candice. Like I said last week, I am on Candice's side. And coming to this season, I did not think that I would be on Candice's side. I honest to God did not think that this season I would say, when it came down to the fight, with everything that we had heard, I was thinking that I was going to come into this season and be squarely on Monique's side. That was my thought process. But now that the episodes are airing, I'm definitely swaying more on Candice's side, because nothing that's really going on is making sense to me. Like, everything with Monique just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why Monique has this issue with Candice, but she doesn't have an issue. She has an issue with Charisse, but it's not that big of an issue with Charisse. Like, she's talking about the fact that, because she mentioned that when she went to Ashley's baby shower, she can be in the same room with her and we can take pictures together. But I mean, if I have an issue with somebody and we're not filming the show, I'm gonna tell my friends, like, I don't want to be around that girl. I don't like her. Don't ask me to be in a picture with her. Like, if you want a picture with me, make sure she's not around. It's just a lot of questions that I have when it comes to Monique and this Charisse situation. Monique, Charisse, Gigi, and Giselle. You have issues with them, but it seems like your issue is bigger with Candice. It makes no sense to me. Like, make it make sense to me, Monique, because I just don't get it. So then they're talking about Ashley as well. We found out that Robin said she accidentally texted Ashley that picture. She was supposed to be texting it to Charisse, but she realized that she texted to Ashley. And then Giselle's talking about she wants them to go to a winery. So the funny thing, I completely forgot about this. It's so funny. I dislike Charisse so much, but the funny thing is, Charisse and I share the exact same birthday. Charisse and I have I'm like, how is that our birthdays are the same day? But I just can't stand that woman. We were both born on July 16th. God, I don't like Charisse. Let's move on. All right, you guys. And then the wine tasting that Giselle is setting up for the ladies. She is celebrating this literary award. I'm just still stuck on this. Like, how the fuck did she win that literary award against Eric Jerome Dickey? Like, how? Like, how? Has anybody out there read Giselle's book? If you have, leave in the comment section that you read it and what you think of it. Am I going to read it? No. Even if there was an audio book, fuck it. So, all the girls show up, and the first thing that we got to talk about is Ashley. So, now she thought she was pregnant, which we currently know she's currently pregnant. Once again, congratulations go out to her and Michael. So everybody's like, huh? But everything just blew up in the blogs, and you think that you pregnant by him? She's like, and Ashley was just making it like it was all fine and dandy. I'm like, damn. Has months passed by that this has happened? Because the way Ashley was acting, you would think that it's just been weeks and weeks since this happened, and she's just moved on. But she said Michael did confirm what the blog said was true. So they were like, so that was him in that hotel room? She's like, yes, it was him. And she tells them the same thing that he told her, that he did go in, he got into the cab with the woman, was drunk, but he doesn't remember, what happened once they got to the hotel room, that he passed out. And yeah, he passed out after he busted a nut is what he did. Like, come on, Ashley. But you know what? I'm not going to get myself up in a dander. If Ashley Darby likes it, then I love it. who am I to say boo, cat, dog, anything? Like I said, if Ashley likes it, I fucking love it. Then she also tells the girls that they had an open, open relationship where they've had threesomes with another woman. Not one person was surprised by that. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. I think people have expected that. So then all hell broke loose when Ashley asked, are Monique and Candice okay with each other? She should have just went to the bathroom and left that shit right alone. Because like I said, it all hell broke loose. And I definitely understood where Candice was coming from. But like I said, with the whole Candice situation, when it came down to, denouncing Monique's invitation to the Not for Lazy Moms podcast, I think it could have been done differently. I definitely think it could have been handled differently. But she felt some type of way about Monique not saying goodbye to her when they were at the lake house. And Monique said that she was in fact asleep. Now at first Monique was trying to say she didn't know that she was asleep or something like that. I was like, this is getting on my fucking nerves. And they kind of went back and forth. Candice started twirling around. Now, Monique told Candice not to put her hand on her face, but Monique, you actually had your hands up first. And then Candice did this, but she did have that glass and that knife, and I'm glad Wendy took it from her, like, take that away from her. Because we don't need another, knife wielding. So I will say that Monique did start with the hands in the face situation, and Candice was just coming back, and she was like, "You gonna drag me, Monique?" And then she flipped her hair. I'm like, well, and I know people probably say Monique was, Candice was provoking her when she said, "You gonna drag me," but no, I really don't see it that way. I see it as Monique was the one that started the whole thing. You guys can agree or disagree. That's your opinion. That's how you guys feel. I don't want to argue about it. I seriously don't want to argue about it. I don't. If you guys disagree with me, that is fine. That's fine, you guys. In the comment section, you can say, JB, I disagree with you. Candice provoked it. I'm be like, you know what? I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If you feel that way, that's how you feel. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong or anything. If you feel that Candice started it by saying, Monique, are you gonna drag me? You're entitled to that. Like I said, I feel that Monique started it. You guys go, and I'll just say this, go back to the last few minutes of the episode. You can see that Monique had her hands up the whole entire time. So again, this is not an argument. This is just me stating my thoughts and my opinions. I love you guys dearly and deeply. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. But what I don't want in the comment section is I just don't want to stop. It's not going to be an argument. Like I said, if you guys feel that Candice, if you guys feel that Candice provoked it, you can say that in the comments and you can tell me why you feel Candice provoked it, and I'm going to read your comment, and I'll be like, I see your point, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll be like, I see your point, and I can see where you're coming from, but I just don't want to argue, you guys. I really don't. It's not that serious for me. It's not. It's really not. But you guys, that is going to wrap it up for Real Housewives of Potomac. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. Share this video, you guys, and until the next one, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay cool or warm, depending on how it is in your area. I love you guys dearly. In the comment section, let's just remain respectful, please, you guys, of me. Let's remain respectful. But I will see you guys later. Bye.